Movies tell us about heroes, chosen ones, warriors, people who somehow save the world without ever reloading. Because whether it's a space marine fighting bug monsters or a washed-up actor yelling at real aliens, it's always the same story. Step 1. Everything is normal. Step 2. Everything is on fire. Step 3. Someone gives a speech they did not rehearse. Here, we break down movies using myth, structure, and way too much overthinking. Why heroes leave home, why mentors die, why nobody ever listens to the warning, and why somehow it still works every time, even when it absolutely shouldn't. Welcome to Real Epic Recap, where epic myths meet bad decisions. Let's jump in ordinary world Starship Troopers. Johnny Rico lives in a shiny fascist future where everyone looks like a teen model, and high school casually teaches war propaganda. Life is perfect, as long as you don't think too hard. Galaxy Quest. Jason Nesmith lives in a convention circuit hellscape, signing headshots for fans who know his fake catchphrases better than he does. His glory days are over, and the universe is crueler than any alien invasion. Rico doesn't realize he's in a nightmare. Nesmith very much does. Call to adventure Starship Troopers. The bugs attack Buenos Aires, and the Federation responds by saying, "Cool, time for genocide." Galaxy Quest. Real aliens show up and say, "You are our only hope," because they watch TV without understanding fiction. Rico's call is state-sponsored mass death. Nesmith's call is an interstellar misunderstanding. Refusal of the call Starship Troopers. Rico quits the military for about 5 minutes because Carmen breaks up with him. Galaxy Quest. Nesmith initially refuses because he assumes the aliens are nerds with a cosplay budget. Rico refuses out of teenage heartbreak. Nesmith refuses out of middle-aged cynicism. Meeting the mentor Starship Troopers, Lieutenant Rassak, a man who teaches philosophy by removing body parts. Galaxy Quest. There is no mentor, just actors slowly realizing they're deeply unqualified. Rico gets brutal discipline. Nesmith gets panic and duct tape. Crossing the threshold Starship Troopers. Rico ships off to war and enters a universe where limbs are optional. Galaxy Quest. The crew boards a real spaceship and realizes the controls aren't props. Rico steps into violence. Nesmith steps into HR's worst nightmare. Tests, allies, and enemies Starship Troopers. Training deaths, battlefield slaughter, and bugs that shoot plasma out of their butts. Galaxy Quest. Learning how to open doors, operate transporters, and not die immediately. Rico proves his worth through violence. Nesmith proves his worth by not pressing the wrong button. Approach to the inmost cave Starship Troopers. The Federation prepares a massive offensive, convinced bigger guns will solve everything. Galaxy Quest. The crew must face the fact that their fictional scripts are now military manuals. Rico marches toward blind patriotism. Nesmith studies old episodes like sacred texts. The ordeal Starship Troopers. The brain bug is captured after horrific losses. Victory is defined as, "We found something worse." Galaxy Quest. The crew confronts Saris using courage, teamwork, and surprisingly accurate reruns. Rico survives hell and calls it progress. Nesmith survives embarrassment and calls it heroism. Reward, seizing the sword. Starship Troopers. The Federation captures the brain bug and declares moral superiority. Galaxy Quest. The crew earns real respect, from the aliens and themselves. Rico's reward is propaganda. Nesmith's reward is self-respect. The road back Starship Troopers. The war continues. The system is unchanged. More recruits incoming. Galaxy Quest. The crew escapes, wounded but bonded with new confidence. Rico returns to endless war. Nesmith returns with a purpose. Resurrection Starship Troopers. Rico becomes the perfect soldier, emotionally hollow but highly promotable. Galaxy Quest. Nesmith transforms from washed-up actor into an actual leader. Rico is reborn as a weapon. Nesmith is reborn as a human being. Return with the Elixir Starship Troopers. The Elixir is ongoing militarism and a smiling recruitment ad. Galaxy Quest. The Elixir is a renewed show, a redeemed crew, and a fan base that finally feels seen. Rico brings back obedience. Nesmith brings back meaning. Starship Troopers. The writer Paul Verhoeven never finished the book. He tried. He really did. Then he said, "Absolutely not," and stopped partway through. Which explains why the movie feels like it's side-eyeing the source material the entire time. The cast was told to play it too straight. No irony, no winking, no satire in performance. They were directed to act like propaganda mannequins. The satire only works because no one on screen seems aware of it. The smiles are mandatory and intentional. Watch closely. Characters smile at wildly inappropriate times. Before battles, after deaths, during speeches about sacrifice. That's not bad acting. It's ideological conditioning on display. The Federation has no visible dissent. You never see protesters. You never see civilians questioning the war. You never see bug POV. That absence is the point. Totalitarianism doesn't argue. It edits. The bugs might not have attacked first. The movie never actually proves it. Everything you know comes from Federation broadcasts, which means the entire war could be preemptive propaganda nonsense. Buenos Aires is destroyed. Off-screen, for an event that motivates the entire war, it's weirdly distant. No lingering grief, no refugee crisis, just instant justification. Textbook manufactured consent. Citizenship is earned through violence, not virtue. You don't become a citizen by being kind, smart, or creative. You earn it by surviving state-sanctioned suffering. The system rewards endurance, not ethics. The good guys visually mirror historical fascism uniforms. Framing, architecture, it's all extremely intentional. Verhoeven grew up under Nazi occupation. He knew exactly what he was quoting. The brain bug scene is a turning point. And a trap. Everyone cheers when it screams in pain. The music swells. Triumph. This is the moment the audience is supposed to feel uncomfortable. Because if you're cheering too, congrats, you're in the system now. Rico doesn't really have an arc. He doesn't grow morally. He doesn't question the war. He doesn't awaken. He just gets better at killing and smiling while doing it. That's the horror. Emotional detachment is the true upgrade. By the end, the characters feel less, not more. Trauma is normalized. Loss is routine. This is not a hero's journey. It's successful indoctrination. The ending is not a victory. The war isn't closer to ending. The cycle continues. Recruitment ads roll on. The machine doesn't need heroes. It needs replacements. Starship Troopers isn't asking, "Would you fight for humanity?" It's asking, "How easily would you cheer while becoming someone unrecognizable?" And the scariest part? It doesn't need you to answer. Galaxy Quest. The cast. Thought it might be a career killer. Several actors assumed this would be a disposable spoof that aged poorly. Instead, it aged like wine, fandom, and unresolved imposter syndrome. Alan Rickman took the role very seriously. Like, too seriously. He played Alexander Dane as a classically trained actor trapped in nerd hell, which is why his arc hits way harder than expected. The film was almost meaner to fans. Early drafts leaned harder into mocking fandom. Someone wisely said, "What if we didn't punch down?" The movie works because it respects fans while roasting ego. The Thermians are not dumb. They're literal. They're advanced, moral, and technologically capable. Their fatal flaw is believing words mean what they say, which is devastating and kind of beautiful. The movie treats acting as a real skill memorization, blocking, timing, voice control. All the fake skills suddenly matter in real danger. Turns out theater kids were the warriors all along. The fans saved the day. And that was radical at the time. Not as jokes, not as background noise. They are essential. For a 1999 movie, this was wildly ahead of its time. The rock monster scene is a meta-joke about bad writing. It exists purely because the script says it exists. No logic, no purpose, just danger. And somehow that becomes the most honest scene in the movie. The tone shift was carefully balanced comedy on the surface, existential dread underneath. That balance is why it never collapses into parody. The movie understands imposter syndrome. The crew doesn't become heroes by discovering secret talent. They become heroes by choosing responsibility despite feeling fake. That's the whole movie. Quietly, the ending is about ownership. They don't return to Earth embarrassed. They return changed. And finally owning who they are. Pretending ends. Becoming begins. Sci-fi legends publicly praised it. Creators tied to major franchises acknowledged it as a rare film that gets it. Not satire of sci-fi, satire from inside it. It became a cult film through word of mouth, not hype. Not box office dominance. People just kept saying, "Wait, have you actually seen Galaxy Quest?" Galaxy Quest shouldn't work. It's about actors pretending to be heroes who pretend to be competent while being followed by fans who know more than they do. And yet, it lands because it believes in something very uncool. That stories matter. And so do the people who love them. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell.